So does such things exist? Yes, people can influence things. Right now, if I just take this water and look at it for a minute, we can prove today the molecular structure of the water will change. So now if I look at this, why should the molecular structure of the water inside change? It will. It can change in a positive way, it can change in a negative way. Both are possible. A focused mind is a dangerous mind. Dangerous or not is determined by the intent. If you're able to empower the thought, then the thought becomes very powerful. An angry mind, a lustful mind, a very loving mind, all these are powerful minds. The reason is not because of anger or love, simply because they become one-pointed. If something becomes one-pointed, suddenly the power of that is big. Now if you do this, it won't hurt somebody, you know, you make it like this, it hurts somebody, isn't it? Because it's become one-pointed. The same force, but it's one-pointed, suddenly it's creating a bigger impact. So, one-pointedness may happen out of sheer awareness or with sadhana or because of anger. When you're really angry with this person, your mind is one-pointed, just see. In love it may wander, but in anger and hatred, mind becomes one-pointed. Because of that one-pointedness, it can influence. So people who are in extreme states of anger, hatred, greed, when they really focus on something, things can happen in the other person. I said it can happen, not that it will happen. It also depends on how vulnerable you are. If you are organized in such a way, external influences do not determine what happens within you. Doesn't matter who looks at you, you can be free from that. If you are vulnerable because you are constantly being influenced by everything around you, if you're in such a state, it is possible that certain people can influence you. They can make you sick just by looking at you. It's very much possible. There are people who can cause death just by looking at somebody. If you can cause ecstasy in somebody just by looking at them, you can cause agony if you want, you know. Just a different switch, that's all. It's like your tap, if you turn this way, it's hot water, cold water. Mind is just like that. It can be used in many positive, phenomenal ways. It's a tremendous possibility. But people choose to use it in different ways. Whatever we make, which can enhance life, which can save life, which can beautify life, the same things can be used to destroy life, to horrify life, isn't it? Every day it's happening. Technology, you could use it whichever way. This is also just that. This body and this mind can be used in the same way. This is why Indian women used to wear a big… and it was supposed to be made of certain material. Turmeric and lime was used so that it doesn't affect. Particularly if a woman was considered very beautiful, then they would make it much bigger. Because naturally people's eyes will fall on somebody who has a certain physical presence. So it should not affect her health and well-being and whatever, so they made it much bigger. So if you consider yourself beautiful, you must have a big screen. For this we have simple methods, we give you a fire wash. You know what's fire wash? It's called klesha nashana.
That means an act which will take away the impurities that gather around you. Because your body is not just here, your body doesn't stop here, it extends itself. Have you noticed? Probably women are more sensitive to this than men. You don't have to be touched by somebody. If somebody comes a bit too close, not a psychological thing, that's a different matter. Psychological and emotional aspects are there. Leaving that, if somebody comes too close, right there itself there is a feeling that, you know, you want some distance. They haven't touched you, just like this. This itself causes some disturbance, isn't it? Because the body doesn't end here. The energy is little beyond that. How much beyond that depends on how exuberant your life energies are. If your life energies are truly exuberant, you can fill this hall with it. Otherwise, it is at least a little bit. For most human beings, it could be anywhere between 3 to 9 inches outside of their body. So you gather material on your body you wash it. Similarly, you're gathering other kinds of material upon your energetic system. You can wash this water with water, certain impurities will go with that. Similarly, there's a fire wash, which you're calling drishti. Is it necessarily happening because of other people's look or not, that's a questionable matter. But impact of life around you upon your energy system is definitely happening. If you have a spiritual process within you, that is, you're doing some kriya or you're doing some meditative processes, then you don't need all this, because you know how to wash yourself from within.
So as we discussed, now let's see some tricks about how to cleanse our homes from evil eye. The first step is to cleanse your home by removing any objects that hold negative emotions, including old photographs, clothing, or you can say old furniture, or anything else that might cause distress or depression. Next is, one can use cleansing rituals to clear out bad energy from our home as explained by our Sadhguru. We can also contemplate what you can add or change to welcome more happy and healthy vibes into our homes. You can also do cleansing rituals alone or with others. Some people may prefer doing them alone because they don't want people to disturb anyone. Or else, some people prefer doing them with their family or friends because it makes the experience more relaxing and stress-free. Next is clearing out the clutters. Now, what is a clutter? Clutter is one of the biggest source of stagnant energy and stress in our homes. Clutter actually means something with an untidy collection of things. So clutter makes room feel unwelcoming and uncomfortable. Removing all unnecessary clutters from our house, we allow light and warmth to enter and to encourage a fresh and relaxed state of mind. If it's not obvious what should stay and what should go, take some time to think through your belongings. Now, what items do I really love and use? What items do you only use once in a blue moon? Do you actually need them? Can it be replaced by something else more positive? So, these questions you must ask for yourself so that you can clear your clutters. You can experiment on how your belongings contribute to your energy of your home by temporarily putting things in storage or moving your items around, so that you can know for sure that you need a particular thing or not. If you can live without a particular thing that is blocking your positivity, then of course you can discard that thing. Now next trick is airing everything out. The easiest way to clear negative energy from your home is by letting all the air out. Now how can we do that? We can just open your window to let the fresh air in. Turn on fans to circulate the air and crack open closet doors or drawers to release trapped energy. Now you may want to leave the house during this process and burn some incense or sage upon your return. Next step is, as I mentioned earlier, burning of incense. Incense is a great way to clear out negative energy. Burning a stick or cone will release any bad vibes and toxic energy to leave your space feeling refreshed. It is believed to be a vigorous energy cleanser. The sage smudge ritual is a great way to clear out any negativity that might be lingering around your house. You can cleanse your room or entire house by burning a dried sage bundle. White saga cleanses and purifies, and when burned properly release negative energies. Let the sage bundle burn for 10 to 20 seconds and then blow it out. A quick and easy way to clear out bad energy is ringing a bell or gong in your room. Yes, you heard it correctly. The sound will vibrate through your entire house to release any negativity. Tibetan singing bowls are especially nice to use for clearing out bad vibes and welcoming positive influences. Next is salting the corners of each room. If you live in a house where the energy feels blocked, try sprinkling a small amount of salt in the corners of each room. This will draw out bad vibes and cleanse the space. After a few days, sweep or wipe up the salt and throw it away. And yes, visualizing you tossing the bad vibes, do this process. Alternatively, you can use one or more salt lamps to purify the air and space in the room. You can also add house plants. Healthy house plants create an environment of calmness and peace. House plants have been used throughout the history to keep homes healthy and happy, and tending to them increases the feeling of well-being. They also help purify air and make your home atmosphere more energized and vibrant. Try growing some indoor plants if you are looking to add some life and nurturing vibes into your space. Again, lightening up your space can be very beneficial. Living in a dark room can harbor feelings of depression and anxiety. Lastly, adding mirrors. Shift the energy flow into your house by placing one or more mirrors strategically around your house, and it can also increase light, bringing brightness into your space and making the room feel lighter and more spacious and creating a warm and cozy ambience. Just make sure the mirror reflects something positive in your home.